Hey guys, welcome back to Rico Why Not. I'm about to start filming, trying to set up a mount for y'all so I can go over the basics of archery, really. Like just simple techniques and kind of why. Not exactly, but you'll get some basics out of it. All right, this one's going in the, actually they're both going to be in the snow. I brought different length arrows so you can see what I'm talking about. These are all made, handmade. Shooting at that, well, I guess I should move it over. All right. Right about here. First things first. Let's go over a little Mediterranean. The simple 1 over, 2 under. And I'll basically just show you the why. All right. So what I'm talking about when that happens is the average archer is, to explain that more, hold on. Americanized is more target-based and hunting. So you really don't miss. A lot of them use sights and stuff. I shoot instinctive myself, so it's more sight, align, draw, and let it go. Basically simple. You don't really aim so much. You do sometimes, but it's a little bit different. You don't lose sight of the target. The reason, see, I'm already programmed to shoot thumb, but the reason why it's easier for Mediterranean a lot of times because it creates a shelf for you. If you hold this in a V, see how it sits like that? That becomes your arrow rest. This is called threading the needle. So when you always keep your arrows in a safe direction, by the way. There ain't nobody out here. But you keep it like this, so that way when you aim, you have it up. And you can anchor and put it where you need to. And the way you aim with that, by the way, is, I did that wrong. The way you do that is 1 on, 2 under. So you can hold. And the reason that is so the string twists the arrow on to the arrow rest. That's going to keep you aligned. Also, you put the tip just like a finger on top of the target. Where you're going to shoot, let it go. Really simple. Now, that is the reasoning why I'm Mediterranean. Very simple, easy to sight. Keep it back up. Put her back here. Line it, let it go. Really easy. Now, you lose a little bit of length and speed with Mediterranean. That's just the realism of it. That's the reason why I like, and you got to worry about the archer's paradox. Archer's paradox is when the arrow basically is pointing in a different direction of where you're aiming, and you're actually looking behind the bow damn near. So the archer's paradox is where the arrow technically slingshots around the bow and hits the target anyways. Kind of difficult, especially when you're getting farther out, but it's doable. Now, the reason why I like thumb and shooting left or right side, reason why I like this, it locks it on with your thumb and this. Also, this is a longbow, and I can hold it with one hand. So, also, can hold it with one hand. When they're bouncing on a horse, you can't, Mediterranean, it doesn't work so well. But this, I keep you locked. Still going. Target. That's how you do that. That's the reason why with that. Also reason, doesn't mess with the target acquisition. Basically the alignment of the arrow with the target, it won't waver because there's nothing going to be in the way. With Katra, which Katra is just your form and basically moving the bow out of the way for layman's. So this way, You're gonna keep it up, pull it, and it's basically at the same time that you let your thumb go, like a quick release, you're gonna snap your hand, just a little flick. That's it, that's all it takes. That arrow is gonna leave so much faster than you can actually react. So that little bit is just enough to move the bow out of the way, just enough. So the continuation, it gets much faster because you get a point instead of dispersed energy. It goes to a point, and you get about 2-3 more inches out of it, and that's more speed for those of you that don't know. Really important. Also, there's advantages to why. I already told you about the horsing thing, and honestly, it's easier to hit farther targets shooting thumb because the trajectory, it shoots like a laser beam. Doesn't matter where it's at. Shoots like a laser beam. It's gonna go straight. So pretty much where you put it, even with a low poundage longbow like this one, same thing goes into play. We're gonna switch it up and go to this one. This one's Korean bow inspired. That's the reason why I got it on the front, the handle on the front. But the reason why is to help me flick. So, snappier. Also, here's the other thing about Mediterranean. When you shoot Mediterranean, man, you have to pretty much stay anchored to where you're at. And you can't move so much. And look at this thing. This is a short bow, and I have movement, right? With a long bow, you ain't got all that movement. So thumb makes it a little easier to align yourself. So when you're doing that, literally, same thing. Shooting thumb, hold on, still anchored, went right through. See how much faster that is? These are homemade too, by the way. But the point being is you can shoot a lot farther, a lot faster, pretty accurately, pretty fast, with not a lot of, well, you're gonna have to work at it. There's no way around it. Stay locked onto your target, and that's the best way to go. These are good things to know, especially with, combative archery, those of you that are into that. But the reason why I respect the Comanches so much, they also rode horses, but they shot like this. I should have brought out my Comanche bow. Well, they shot like this, and this was their arrow rest. This would be their the riser to act as a riser to stiffen. And then they actually did pinch draw. So they pinched like this, and they rode the string. See? Ride the string, and they shot from the chest. And the reason why is because they could stay low when they're going, and they shot from their chest. That's how they could get them back out fast. That was the whole point behind that. The other thing that's really cool about thumb draw, those archers that, where they were in castles and stuff, well, when you have to lean over your castle wall to shoot, it was pretty much a problem because you'd be exposed. You'd have to sit there like, hold on. You'd have to sit there like this and aim down, leaving your upper half exposed. Not good, especially when there's arrows coming back at you. So, excuse my fat on this one, but they went do this. And they would shoot down, so that was all that was exposed. And they could fire straight down and hit an enemy at the walls. It has its perks. Those are the reasons why on those. Basic stuff. Very basic. Katra is, remember those arrows? Watch this. One. This one's shorter, much shorter. Two. Much longer. That one's a dull tip, so it's a training round or training arrow, so it just kind of bounced off. But this one's not. Right through and through. Those are the reasons why certain archeries are good for that. Americanized is a little different. They're, like I said, target acquisition. They want to be on target, dead center. Kyudo style, the martial arts, is more about ceremonial and the martial art behind it, peace and all that. I respect it a lot. It's actually brought me a lot of peace. But their views more is get it on target. Get your rounds on target. Get your arrows on target. That's what matters. Worry about the rest later. You don't got time for all that. So instinctive-wise, that's the way to go. Really and truly. I kind of dig that mentality on that. But yeah, you can still hunt with it, obviously. Do everything you need to do. If you have any questions, comment, reply. Let me see what you got. Nothing wrong with it. We're all here to learn, always having fun. You have a good time. Thank you for joining. Rico, why not? And I'm cold.